Thanks for checking out our election coverage. I'm Reagan Hill with CPHS News. The Wolfcast and Wolfpack online newspaper have partnered together to provide you with an in-depth coverage on this year's district elections. With 5 places on the school board open, our reporters had the chance to interview all but one candidate running to earn a spot in the board. We asked each candidate the same questions with a few follow-ups. The video you're about to watch is their full unedited version. Please keep in mind that we do not fact-check any of their claims. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to vote.
My daughter came to Leander in 1992 and graduated. The school was awesome. In fact, we were told when we came from Houston, and so when we were looking for areas, we wanted good school, and we were told this was the place to go, the top one. So we enrolled her. I was happy with everything. Everything that was going on was great, and she was a bluebell at Leander High School. Good times. Then my grandson, who is now 24 and lives with me, he went to Rouse, and there were some issues. Nothing that I didn't think I could work out, but mostly with the athletic department. And some of the studies that he came home and talked to me about, we had long talks about that. And he graduated, and everything was great, and he now has two college degrees, one from ACC and one from Texas State. And he's going to be a game warden, hopefully. And then now my 8-year-old grandson is going to Fabian. Fabian is a wonderful school. I love the teachers there. But I don't like some of the academic, the social, emotional culture that is developing in the school. I don't think that political statements such as BLM flags should be in the classroom. And I also don't like the way that the sexual education is going, the sexual, what we call, and I almost said it, indoctrination is going. I think that it's being taught way too early, it's being introduced way too early, and we're basically taking their innocence away. So here I am. A mother and a grandmother. No, I'm kidding. I have worked since I was 14 years old. First I was a paramedic in Houston area. Then I went to work for Texas Department of Criminal Justice, and I educated inmates and staff. That was probably my favorite job, because I realized how these people get into trouble, how they get caught up in the system, and so I thought that would be a good avenue to pursue. Then I came to Austin and for the school district, and my career took off so fast that I was able to, from one position that I had, create my own business. And so I was in medical billing and office consultation for medical offices for 25 years. So I ran that company as well as working a day job for 25 years. So I know a lot about budgets, I know a lot about staff, I know a lot about taking care of people who are your major resource, such as teachers, and I also am not ready to retire. I've retired 4 times, it didn't work out. So this is an unpaid position, but it will give me a lot of satisfaction to be able to lend my talents to helping improve. Proposition A. I have a stance against Proposition A, because I think that it's going to create more taxes for the community, and I believe in this day and time, in this era of inflation, I don't think there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be able to survive that. Proposition B I don't like because it threatens our teachers. If you have a budget problem, you don't cut off the source. You figure something else out. And I think that saying that we're going to eliminate 458 teacher positions, I believe it is, when we were 600 teachers short going into this hiring process, that's not reasonable. Administration. We have a heavily over-focused administration. We don't need all the assistants to the superintendent that we have, basically. And I think that DEI was a grand thought, but I don't see the necessity for it. And he gets a 6-figure income, which would help cut the budget tremendously. No.
Why do you say that?
I say that because of what I just spoke about. I think he's added on assistants. Why can't he do the job? Why do we have to have 6 assistants? I think last time I counted. And I don't like the DEI, and I don't like the pornographic literature that's in the school.
Could you expand on that?
In the way of the books. The Lawn Boy is one that I can think of. That should never be in the hands of a 10-year-old. Mothers and fathers can take care of sexual education very well, and should take care of sexual education very well. That can confuse a child so much when they read something like that. It's like mind-blowing to them. And I just think that we need to get the pornographic books out. And we were headed that way, but somehow it stalled when the COVID monies were dangled in front of our faces at the courthouse, at the Williamson County Courthouse. And we had dug in and said, no, until you get these books out, you're not getting that money. And then somewhere along December 22nd, it was a done deal. And nobody knows how it got to that point. Why? I don't think we're staying to the curriculum. I have been asked that by the voters, and I don't think we're staying to a basic curriculum. I think we also spend a tremendous amount of money on software, Dreambox, when free software, Khan Academy, will do the same job and a little bit simpler and easier for people to grasp. I think that we've just decided to spend so much money in the establishment part of the school that we're not able to pay the best teachers. We're searching for teachers. We have teachers walk out, and we have teachers, I've talked to several teachers, they're not coming back next year. So we're going to find ourselves in the same situation that we were in this year. We can't keep going this way. There's got to be a change, and wouldn't you say the change should come at the top? So that is what I talk to my voters and my people that I talk with. I do. I have my daughter, who was here in '92. I have my grandson, who's 24 and graduated from here. And my daughter was National Honor Society, by the way, which I'm very sad that we don't have more National Honor Society students turning out. I think there's been 21 identified, when all the districts around us have 3 times that much. So there's another clue as to what's going on here, or not going on. And I have an 8-year-old grandson who goes to Fabian, and right now we are in a struggle with him because 1.5 years of remote learning didn't work for him, and he's having a very difficult time. Both.
Gotcha. Would you mind elaborating?
I think we need to have, we do have voter ID. We had mail-in ballots, but I still think there are ways to manipulate the software, and ways to manipulate the mail-in ballots. Oh, of course. Of course. No doubt, no doubt.